feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride away.
Daylight rapper who is almost, I don't know if he's not signed to like the label that
he's on TD, isn't he?
I think he on TD. I don't know what he does, bro. Sometimes he be trolling so much I can't even know if I'm about to believe him and tell the truth, right? One thing he had said, let me see, because I seen the tweet somewhere. He basically said someone called him from Canada and told him it was a no-fly zone. He said he laughed for 45 minutes straight. This issue, even though, again, we're not connected to any shootings, but the issue with Kendrick and Drake, it doesn't have Toronto, like, feeling any type of, ill will towards Kendrick, is it?
Like, what did I just say? These niggas is dick riding this nigga more than hating on him.
You said he's more lit now. Oh, shit.
Remember, Kendrick still has a fan base over here, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And no matter how much Drake's fan base is super, super strong and he is the home team, there is going to be a percentage of people, a big percentage of people who are riding with Kendrick just because they like Kendrick's music from before. But on the reverse, I'm actually going to be in LA real soon. Is that going to be an issue for a Toronto nigga to go to LA? Am I going to be allowed to wear any of my OBO clothing in LA?
Well,
that could be a problem.
I think the two questions you got to ask yourself is: can you crip walk and will you do it to not like us? Yo, this is what I'm hearing from people, and I kid you not. I haven't been to LA in a while, but they're telling me that this song united LA for the first time since like the 90s, and I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck does this mean? They're saying like this song is just bigger than a beef. It's like, yo, we're back on the map type of shit. Which is, the thing about West Coast is they have a really good camaraderie about having pride where they're from. It's like it's an identifier that unites them all. We from the West.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy
well,
shit.
Listen, I just hope that they don't have a wild type of energy for any of the Torontonians that are over there, because there's people from Toronto over there right now trying to get business done.
Yeah.
There's no hate, man. The battle was between Drake and Kendrick, not between Toronto and the West Coast.
Hey, by the way,
if the West Coast is taking it to there, it's them who's taking it there.
And by the way, is there any other of the very popular Toronto rappers that still live within Toronto or notoriously have spots that they're frequently at? Because Drake seemingly kind of made that his home, and I'm thinking about, I think Tory lived in Miami. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where The Weeknd lived. Does The Weeknd live in Toronto?
Doesn't The Weeknd live in LA?
Well, I mean, I feel like everybody has a house in LA, but is he like usually in Toronto? I think Drake kind of alluded to it, like, yo, y'all are never here. But
they don't really. I've never seen sightings of The Weeknd around here. Like I said, there's been sightings of Drake at different restaurants. People say, "Oh, I saw Drake here in different places," but I haven't seen any videos and social media posts of The Weeknd popping out of any local Toronto spots. It doesn't mean that he hasn't, but I just haven't seen it. You know what I mean? He might be more low key than that. He might not hang out. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus. Yo, who do you have winning this beef?
I have Drake winning by a slight edge.
Okay.
But the thing is,
explain how you scored.
There's an underbed that's been happening with this Not Like Us track, with the way that it's been rising.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It might not be over, man.
I think
we might need another round.
I think Drake here's the thing. I think Kendrick has played a psyop on Drake, thinking that he needs to respond to shit, and I think Drake just got a hit song his way on out of this one, man. Hit song his way on out of this. You feel me? This Kendrick on one or two lines, but just create a slap, yo. Like, we really just need that Drake summer song right now, That slap. That's it.
I think that the next move should be, yes, go for the big slap and don't make it completely focused on the next man on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, throw your jabs, throw your shots in there.
Now, if
But
I'm
if the whole
Kendrick,
song
I
is
can't stop
focused
talking
on
about.
the next artist, then it's like, are we just going to be listening to beef tracks in the club all summer?
If I'm Kendrick, I'm mentioning Drake for the next year straight because I seem to have his. I'm the fan favorite in this. Like the people seemingly are celebrating Kendrick, having any of these songs or even revealing anything about Drake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Why do
at
you have
this
Drake
point, if
slightly up
we
though?
get like a whole bunch more songs, then these niggas may as well be drill rappers.
Why do you have Drake slightly up? Like explain your thinking when it comes to, weighing the beef. Do you start it at push-ups? Do you start it at like that and first person shooter?
Like that was the warning shot. So then it was game on from when push-ups dropped. When push-ups dropped, I had Drake up,
Yeah, me
up at
too.
like 100. And then when he dropped Taylor Made Freestyle, I was like, it's over. He's out of here. You know what I'm saying? He got this. But then when Kendrick started responding with Euphoria, I still had Drake at a slight lead. When he started following up with that whole barrage of tracks that he started hitting Drake with the what was the one first? Not 616, and then he came back with Meet the Grams. At that point, I was like, ugh, he might have a slight edge because that was pretty scathing at that point. But then when Drake came back with this with Family Matters, actually no, I got the order wrong. Drake came back with Family Matters, and then Kendrick dropped. Right? Am I right with that?
What this last one? That's when he dropped.
No, there was 616, then
Yeah.
Family Matters, then Meet the Grams.
Oh, all
So
right.
when that happened, when that night happened,
Yeah.
I had Kendrick up by a slight edge. But then when Drake responded with the Heart Part 6, over. Done.
I think
That track was just too solid. His lyrical performance, the way that he was just putting the bars together, he came through like a battle rapper. I was like, holy shit, this
I'm gonna
nigga
be
got
honest with you.
the soul of Loaded Lux in him on that shit right there.
If this Not Like Us record didn't immediately start bubbling as a possible club banger, I think that say the beef ended before Not Like Us. I think people later on in time would have realized that what Kendrick did the best in this entire battle was master timing and strategy to drown out anything Drake was saying and constantly gaslight the audience to talk about things about Drake that Drake damn near had to respond to. Like that's the greatest thing he did. He stepped on releases, he mastered timing, like that he outmaneuvered Drake in that sense. But song for song, I think over time people would have gave Drake probably his proper due. But then this Not Like Us record, I think it might be around for at least 3 months.
Oh, for sure. But we also have to keep in mind, with an opponent like Kendrick Lamar, I don't think Drake went into this battle thinking that it was going to be easy. Like he knew he was going to have to load up the clip, make sure that he has as much different things ready, get as much beat packs ready as possible, so that if it gets crazy and it gets to 10 songs deep, he'll be ready. You know what I'm saying? So what are we, like 7 songs now? Maybe 4 from each, 4 to 3 from each.
Yeah.
They might be able to go another 3 songs each. I'm not trying to push niggas where giving them too much workload, but shit, this battle doesn't seem completely done.
Hey, I've had a difference of opinion about this whole thing. I think this is the last battle Drake should ever take. I think his time beefing is over for a few reasons. I don't think he'll ever get in a situation where he gains anything from a battle, other than proving to his own fans that he's the quintessential traditional MC that don't duck battles, and he'll never use the pop card to, oh, I'm not gonna do this battle. I don't think he ever gains anything from a battle. Second of all, there's too much things known about him, while with anybody else, we don't know that much at all. Third of all,
So, okay.
Third of all, I believe now people want to see Drake get humbled and lose his time at the top. His reign is on borrowed time. Like, people have gathered to see the king fall. And it's not going to change. It's not going to change. It's like, they always say you either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain.
Let's see it to become the villain.
And
yeah.
That's where Drake is at now. I just think, honestly, I like the lyrical sparrings, but in a full-on beef back and forth, no, they don't have the same rules for Drake as they have for these other guys. Drake takes 2 weeks to respond. He's scared. Yo, he really don't want it. The other guy takes 2 weeks to respond. This guy is brilliant. Yo, the other guy does some creative shit. Yo, dear your daughter that you don't even have. Like, yo, they're mad at Drake using a dead man's voice. They're rapping to somebody who never even existed. And it's like, oh no, that's the one. When Drake does anything or attempts to, oh nah, that's corny. We not fucking with it. It's different rules, bro. So it's just like, why keep doing something when you have nothing to gain? If there was a gain,
he's not going to have anybody to battle. Who at a level who even has the lyrical prowess to be able to battle Drake, who's worth battling, is going to be left after Kendrick Lamar. He's not going to battle J. Cole, and there's nobody who's as famous who's that lyrically gifted. All the other famous niggas are not lyricists.
Yeah, but he's. It don't matter who it is. He's just stood up to the challenge as long as they had some type of relevance. And
yeah, but if, let's say Travis Scott sends a shot at him one day.
Yeah,
what, Drake's gonna bar him to death? That's like bullying, dog. He can't fight back.
Yeah, nah. He ain't gonna battle no damn Travis Scott or something like that. And I mean, there's always gonna be some competitor, some guy. The guy at the top always has or had lyrics, right? So it could be 3 years from now. It could be a new guy that's on the scene who wants that top spot and might just challenge Drake to be like, yo, I thought there was a time that Chance the Rapper, before I knew all he was doing was, I love my wife, I love God, I love my wife, I love God. Before that, people were thinking that he was a guy that could have been, maybe a replacement to take Drake's spot. And Drake did a temperature check with him real quick. He said, nigga, I knew I was gonna be great. If I didn't, I'd probably pick a name like Chance the Rapper. You know what I mean? Like he just dissed that guy real quick just to see where that guy's head was at. And that guy was basically just like, nah, I don't even want it with him. And Drake knew, like, okay, that could never be my replacement. Like, he's like, I just checked the shit out of him and he wants no smoke. So again, it might be some other rapper.
Look at Lil Baby. Remember when everybody was trying to compare Lil Baby to Drake and saying, oh my God, Lil Baby's going crazy. He might be Drake's replacement, which was a joke. But let's say that was the thing.
Yeah.
And Lil Baby and Drake weren't cool. And he decided, you know what, I'm going to start going at Drake's head. Yeah. Is that going to be an issue? Do you think that would really be a hard job for Drake to take out? No matter how gifted people think Lil Baby is, that's light work for a lyricist like Drake, dog. The only battle left worth taking is this battle.
Well, all right.
After this, there's nothing left.
Hey, let me tell you this. Me as a Drake fan, I'm happy with how he handled this whole beef.
Mm-hmm.
I think, number one, even though it put him in a position where he didn't have the advantage, because I remember when everybody was calling him scared, he wasn't scared. He was literally saying, I want the other guy to drop first. And what we found out, that was such a tactical advantage to not drop first. Because ever since Kendrick dropped second in this battle, he strategically not only responded to Drake, but took the beef in battle every which way. Oh, okay, you're trying to do that? Well, let me just try to break you down as a man. Oh, you're trying to do that? Well, okay, let me drop one of my bombs, 616 LA. Oh, you're trying to do that? Okay, well, we're doing Meet the Grams, where I'm writing a letter to your fucking child, right? Oh, so now you think you gotta hit me with this energy? Well, now I got a club banger. So I do think that, masterfully, he got to dictate the pace of this battle by go in second. If that makes
And he
sense.
survived it. You got to. The thing that's interesting about this battle is this battle will leave Drake way stronger for anybody else if there is anybody else that ever tries to go against him.
Well, here's the
Because
thing about that,
with
though.
the first battle that he had with Meek Mill and the whole ghostwriting allegations got exposed, that was a big thing that he had to go and get over and defeat. And he defeated it. He dropped back to back, everything was fine. After this battle, ghostwriting wasn't the only thing in question. All of the different wild allegations that have been flying out now. With Drake, if he's able to withstand all of this, he's Teflon Don.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. A lot of people are they're expecting that this battle is gonna ultimately result in Drake's run almost coming to an end, or his effectiveness. I think not. But there's a lot
I
of
don't think
people.
so either. I agree.
There's a lot of people who are saying, "Yo, bro, once the people's mindset of Drake being untouchable gets, broken, now we'll see him fall from grace." I think Drake fans have really been tapped in with this guy for the last 15 years. I think they go nowhere. And I don't think his, mainstream dominance wanes a bit, because people were trying to compare what Drake is going through. Even he said himself to Ja Rule. Ja Rule said he was getting 20v1. And at that time, he was getting jumped by a bunch of people, right?
Yes.
Eminem, 50 Cent. And that ended his run. I don't think Drake's run necessarily could be ended other than if he stops putting out good music.
And Ja Rule didn't have as long of as a run, and he didn't have his claws in the game as deep as Drake has at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a shaky ground. You could have taken Ja Rule out. Like, 50 wasn't going to be the only one that was going to be able to take Ja Rule out of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was things to poke at the time. Like, the singing was cool, but it was shower singing. So eventually somebody would have took that nigga out. You know what I'm saying? Drake had, a 10-plus year run? That's kind of hard to take somebody out after that amount of time or to diminish the fan base.
Yeah.
Like, the person would literally have to have the wildest thing happen to them and they go away, like, worse than R. Kelly and everybody all wrapped together. And then, then you'll start seeing the fan base go down a little bit. And even with those guys, like R. Kelly, his fan base never went away. And I'm not putting any comparisons with the two at all. Let me just make that clear. But I'm just saying, the worst things would have to happen to this guy for the amount of tenure that he's given in the game or received in the game for his fan base to be able to start going down in millions.
Yeah. I can't see it happening either. Which is, I think what the end result of this is going to be is that Kendrick Lamar, he has a chance to reach a height he probably has never reached before, even though some would say he did in 2017 with Damn. I think he has a chance to legit challenge the throne in the interim, right? I think if he smokes his next album, which it just can't be no fucking therapy, my auntie's a man, my mama want to turn into a zebra. Like, no, we don't hear that. You feel me?
No, he needs to have some bops on there.
Yeah, he need to have some shit like this. You get some shit like this and you kind of have people moving around, of course have some substance, he always does. But if he has that, again, I actually think he might outsell Drake this year. And that's just fallout from the battle.
Well, then mission accomplished on his side then. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted more market share, if he wanted to be named if he wanted to be named in the same types of circles or at the same type of level as the Drakes and the Taylor Swifts of the world, then he got what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Does he still want to battle about the shit? Like, okay, nigga, he's going to get a Grammy anyway. But as far as the extra fame, maybe getting a little bit more per show, okay, Kendrick, you got it now, bro. So what? You still mad now?
Yeah.
Because that's what it seemed like the whole beef was in the first place. It seemed like a jealousy type of thing. Like, nigga, why are you so hot? And I do my thing and I'm supposed to be the savior, but niggas ain't consuming my shit at the same level. Like,
hey, I've said
okay.
that, and that's when I realized people write different rules for Kendrick Lamar, because in his song he says, "Nigga, I'm the biggest hater. I hate everything about you." And you know what people said? That shit is fire. I've never seen people applaud a nigga just saying he's a hater. Like, nigga, I'm just a hater. And that's when I realized, the rules are different. So, I mean, I think some people understand that part of even the angle that Kendrick has is probably a little bit of jealousy, or even if they don't want to call it jealousy, he feels that Drake is undeserving, which I still think that's jealous, or that's a sign of jealousy.
That's a form of jealousy.
And I think for them, they're like, they kind of just forgive it, or they're like, so what?
It's excuses, right? Because if you come from an angle of I'm supposed to be the righteous person and this guy is doing things that are, degrading women and, he's giving low vibrations and all that type. If you bring it from that angle, then it's like, why aren't I selling more than him? Then you're the people who are wrong for not consuming my music more than his.
Yeah.
Like giving the audience a guilt trip in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what do you think about Kendrick using this whole like pedophile stuff?
I think it was an angle that was going to be taken no matter what.
Really?
There's already things there's people who make videos trying to find different reasons to call Drake that already. So it's not like he went and found some information that was like he had to go pay for some info or something like that. He can go on YouTube and find people, poking fun at Drake or saying that he's dating somebody that's a little bit too young, and people commenting about this type of shit. So if you see that type of shit already rolling around online, it doesn't take a genius to throw that into your rhymes.
Yeah, but you don't believe none of that shit, right?
Of course not. If that was the case, the nigga probably would have already been locked away, dog. Like I said before, there's one thing if you're one of those people that like people can't see you, nobody ever sees where you are or whatever. But Drake, like I said before, is one of the most accessible, famous people that's around. So a lot of the shit that happens, people see Drake and it's kind of in the open.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like there'd be people who would be rushing to try to talk shit if something was happening in the embassy and he let them inside.
Yeah, well, that's my point too. I'm like, listen, we've seen this guy every 2 calendar business days with a new girl, and all the women we've seen him with are overage. Like, okay, some people might have been mad that he was with like this girl, Brooklyn Nicole, but because she's 21, but she's 21, right? Yeah, I get he's 37, but she's 21. Like, hey, you can frown upon it, but that's not being a pedophile. That's nothing of the sort. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's a problem if he's trying to sneak around and do that shit. But if he's taking multiple pictures all over the place with these people, so it's not like he's trying to hide the shit. He's like, nah, there's nothing wrong here. So let's go to dinner.
Hey,
let's go to a concert. Whatever they go do.
Hey, by the way, did you ever see this? So there's this audio which it creeped me out today though. I ain't gonna lie to you. This was kind of, and I mean I know Drake disposition personally on this, bro. This shit gets him mad, bro. Like it gets him upset. Like which any man would. Like if you're trying to say I'm some shit that I'm not, especially these type of things, you know what I mean? It's like, trust me, if someone labels you as that and you're not that, like you'd be pretty upset. But I seen so today I'm looking up some random shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me see.
You see why you're looking that up? What's fucked up about this whole thing is when these niggas start slinging dirt at each other like this.
Yeah,
it's like y'all niggas is taking it past rap. Y'all niggas trying to destroy each other's careers. And that gets kind of nasty, dog.
Yo, and like for example, right? Yeah, now everybody is digging shit up on Top Dog and they're digging stuff up on Metro and they're like, look at these guys too, which is, I did feel like when Kendrick did that, I was like, as black men, I'm not saying that behavior is what you do, but you better know that you're living in a glass house. Here's my point. I'm not saying that these people are pedophiles. What I'm saying is when you make an accusation, especially if it might be baseless against someone else, you better hope that you ain't ever beat your girl. You better hope that there isn't even your girl didn't come out with a black eye claiming you did something to her. You better hope there's a woman who ain't say, yo, really, like, yeah, he fucked me in the club bathroom, but I didn't really want to fuck him. Because now you also then draw the same level of attention to those like allegations about you, right? And that's what we're seeing. Like today, like I'm getting a million stories sent to me about, yo, look at Metro. Metro been tweeting about little girls. Look at this. And I'm like, yo, this is a nasty game now. This is nasty.
Yeah, niggas wanted to take it to mudslinging instead of keeping it lyrical. And I'm not trying to hear these niggas say, I'm a better rapper than you. I'm a better rapper than you. I'm not trying to hear those kind of bars. But when these niggas started getting into talking about kids and making baseless accusations and doing all kind of wild shit, and I'm talking about both sides. Yeah. Then it's like, are we rapping or do y'all niggas really hate each other? Like really, where it's like dog, this type of shit, like if somebody's telling you that shit, dog, you're gonna want to punch them in the face when you see them.
Nah, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact, bro.
No matter how, like, we could say, well, it's hip hop and you know, anything goes, but dog, yeah, anything goes, but doesn't mean I don't want to punch you in the face. Like, fam, these niggas got dirty with it. These niggas went to hell with this shit, B. Both of them.
Yo, so somebody hits me up and be like, yo, Ak, I know you like his music and everything, but how well do you know Drake? And I'm saying the same things I say now. I'm like, yo, bro, honestly, like, I just feel like I seen this guy with Beer Gal. Like, he's always with a girl. He's always with a new girl. He's with the newest, hottest, like, supermodels or Instagram or whatever you want to call them. Like, you would have seen, like, him kind of sneakily, or you would have seen because some people are like, well, he was texting so-and-so, right? Well, how come none of them have ever said there's some sexual shit with that? You know what I mean? Like, okay, he texted someone who's a famous actor. They were underage, but he's not like he was telling them, yo, let's link and fuck. You know what I mean? It's like, seemed like he was kind of keeping it to the letter of whatever they had in common, which is they're both entertainers and just showing love that way.
Yeah, but Ak, we're the wrong people to be having this conversation because we both fuck with the boy. We both support Drake. You know what I'm saying? If there was a Drake hater or a Kendrick lover that was on the line right now, they would find every single reason, even if they have to push the goalpost all the way over to the other side to find a reason to be like, well, it's because of this, and it's because of this, and why is he doing this? And so we're having this conversation, but we're in an echo chamber.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So, and which maybe I'm also just listening to bullshit and listening to these random shit because I don't know. One thing we realize, anytime somebody could pull something up that seems to predict the future, you almost it's eerie. It's almost like, huh? So they sent me a link. This is after I'm hitting the same talking point, bro. Of course this guy's not blah 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 blah. And they're like, yo, you're moving like you know this guy, every person's ever talked to, and every type of thing you ever did. And I'm like, bro, we would have seen it. They send me a clip. I'm gonna play this clip, and I gotta give a little bit of and chat. I'm playing this also to be fair, right? Like again, me and Friday, we're gonna be an echo chamber. So 3 years ago, right? Actually, more than 3 years ago. Let me click on it and figure it out. Is it 3 years ago? Yeah, in 2020, there's a very famous comedian named, his name is Shane Gillis. He sells out arenas now. He's like as big as like Andrew Schultz, right?
Yeah.
He might even be bigger. He has a podcast, and not even a nigga. Like, let me go look in Drake comments. Like, is there even like the rappers who we always see him give features to, and like when he's like kind of like bringing them out to shows, they're going. Are they like? I don't even see nobody even saying, "Yo, this is a tough tune." Like, I'm looking in the comment section, and all you see is like streamers and YouTubers. Grand Wizard, Aiden Ross, Kyle, Keep Six Solid, Jake Paul, Chubbs. You don't see one rapper.
No Lil Baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
no Thugger, well, not Thugger, obviously, but none of them niggas who usually are part of the team.
Yeah, like not one of them.
So you get where I'm saying now, Ak?
That is kind of crazy, ain't it?
He's not one of us. He's not one of y'all, man.
Chat, isn't that a little bit odd though?
You know what the thing is? As a Canadian who interacts with a lot of American streamers and different shit like that, I'll watch the comments. I'll see a Canadian bacon tell this Canadian nigga to shut up. Oh, their accents are crazy. So with all that being said, but the most famous rapper in y'all country is still Canadian. Come on, fam. How does that? How could it be both ways? Y'all like us or you don't like us? Which one is it?
Damn, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. If I'm Drake, would you feel a way that none of your friends is even like even just giving you a shout out, like, you know, like, or even like, yo, niggas call you a pedophile, being like, yo, you know, all these niggas done party with Drake. Like, some of these niggas got stories of Drake being in the club with him, giving them like 10, 15,000 to throw. Not one of these niggas coming out and be like, yo, why y'all call my homie like a pedophile? Like, he listen, he a lot of things, but that's what he's not.
But the game is fake. So you also have to realize a lot of these niggas, even if they're down with him, they're waiting because I guess at this point he might be a little radioactive in their eyes. So as soon as he cools off, you'll see all of these niggas pop back out of the woodworks. Yo, Drizzy, when we gonna get back in the studio? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Yo, let's take a picture while we over here at the club. But for now, they're like, oh, shit's kind of hot. Kendrick might, you know, that Like Us track is doing a lot of numbers. You know what I'm saying? They might just go slide over and start doing collabos with Kenny because all these niggas is fake. They're not ever your real friends, dog.
Hey, Chad, here's what I'm saying. If Drake is supposedly fucking kids, how come all the people that he's going at, that he done fuck their girls, all them chicks is overage? So you're telling me he's fucking all kids except the ex-girlfriend or the current girlfriend of Tyga, Future, Metro, Rick Ross, ASAP Rocky, Weeknd, John Moran. Like, so you're telling me those are the only overage girls you ever fucked? Unless them niggas is fucking with kids too.
Fam, those are just wild allegations. It's an allegation that if the right person tries to push it, who's super famous, then here we are where we are now. You know what I'm saying?
Some people had the audacity to tell me there was a possibility that Drake and Kendrick could get past this at one point. And I said, you're an idiot if you think that. Like, you're an idiot if you think, like, it's up for life off of this.
If they do, they're better men. They're better men than I am, yo.
Yo, I think Drake realizes, like, this, you know, I think also he was trying to figure out, like, yo, are we just rapping? Or is this like some personal shit? And I think he realized Kendrick went for the juggler.
Yeah.
This was a headshot.
They can't control anymore.
This was no Legos. Like, this was a headshot, and he's hoping you don't make it out the coma in the hospital.
Yeah, he's trying to destroy the man's career. Same like with Meek. When Meek was doing what he was doing, even though you know what? And now that I mention it, it might happen. Because Meek was trying to take that nigga's head off. With the whole ghostwriting allegations and all this type of shit, that's the thing that in hip-hop could destroy somebody's career. So if you start trying to levy these types of allegations, you're trying to take this nigga's career out. You're trying to make it where he doesn't have one anymore. You know what I'm saying? So Drake was able to withstand that and still be cool with this nigga and do a tune with him and bring this nigga on stage and feed this nigga.
Yeah.
So you never know.
I don't know how he did that. Hey, I'm wondering if when Drake comes out on the other side of this, does he still run around with some of these rappers and like doing the fake buddy thing, knowing that at this time, like, niggas really came for him, and niggas really, like, he had to fight 1v20.
If I was him, moving forward, I would keep everything close to the chest. I would fuck with these niggas from a distance. Like, yeah, we cool, but we'll just stay on working relationships. We can hang out at the studio. And when the studio session's done, we ain't going to the club no more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That got to be the end of that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
because
think
like I
that's
wouldn't know who to trust anymore.
yeah,
At any moment, you don't know what these niggas' intentions are. When you become that famous, remember, this is unprecedented act. This is not like, oh, this happened already with Jay-Z. Jay-Z didn't get to the level that Drake got to.
Well, have you thought about like it maybe Drake did something? Because like I think there's some people say, well, if all of these niggas is willing to crash out on him like this, he must have done something bad or has a history of fucking people over.
Who knows? In the end of the day, we never know. We don't know any of these people personally, dog. We know as much as what people tell us. Okay, they can feel that they've been done wrong in some kind of way. They could have been done wrong. They might not have, and just feel that way because they expect more. Who knows? That's when we have to get way more into the intricacies. That's about feelings and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? There could have been a business dealing that Drake thought was okay, but low key, the nigga that he did the dealings with didn't think it was okay, but didn't say nothing. And now he's got beef publicly instead of saying it at the time. Who knows? There's too many variables when it comes to shit like that.
Yeah. Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't know that niggas have caught feelings, fam. Sometimes you're going along your day, you're thinking that everybody's cool with you because you think that you're dealing with everybody right, but in low key they're catching feelings against you. And then when they finally decide to let you know their feelings, they're doing it publicly, and you're like, fam, I didn't even know you were mad.
Man, this is like a nasty yo. When did rap beef turn into you like predator accusations? Like, there's a line that Kendrick says. He says, "Yo," this is when he's talking to his mom. He's like, "Yo, your son is sick and he needs to die." Yo, what type of shit is that?
That nigga hates that nigga, B. He's got something deep in his chest, like some kind of deep-seated hatred for Drake. I don't know what's going on.
So
I
that's
don't know
what I was
what
thinking.
happened between these two back when they were doing the tour back in the days. I don't know what he's seen.
2011, Kendrick goes to his first time performing in Toronto. 6/16, 2011 is his first time performing in Toronto. Apparently, Drake was there or Drake brought him. I can't remember what that story was, but I'm wondering if like I don't like something must. It can't just be I want your spot. This is like deep hate, man.
Listen, dog. There's multiple things. It's like I was saying before. The work ethic. Like this nigga's probably getting up earlier than a lot of these niggas, dog. And if they don't want to do it or can't do it, then it becomes hate. At that point, when Kendrick was touring with Drake, he was already the guy.
Yo, the line says, "Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen. Your son is a sick man with sick thoughts. I think niggas like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get fucked up in a cell for the rest of their life. He hates black women, hypersexualizing them with kinks off a nympho fetish. Grew facial hair." Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. This would be one of the craziest diss tracks in history if it was all true. But then it was just too much lies in there.
Yeah. He was trying to go to school. He was trying to go to Ice Cube school and do some no Vaseline shit.
Yeah.
He was going for the juggler with this one. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're saying things like that, right? Well, okay, if he thinks they're true, like if he thought those things were true, then I guess he's justified to feel that way. But if these are lies and then you're putting them in rhymes, you're literally trying to destroy somebody's career, dog. And that's crazy.
That's true. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like Drake eating, is that taken away from them eating? Is Kendrick's life not changed? Is he still walking around in Compton? Is he not living in a mansion and then also have a condo or whatever he got in Brooklyn? So what more do these niggas want? It's not like niggas' lives haven't changed. So what do you need to change 100 million more? More than like a few dozen million? To me, nigga, I start touching a few dozen million. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna stop, but I'm not gonna be mad at a nigga who has 100 million more than me. I got 20 mil.
Yeah, but I also think what it is like they've been watching Drake run around and do what he wants. Like, I
So
think,
what?
well,
They do what they want too, dog.
yeah,
I don't understand
like,
where the beef would come from.
well, if Drake is doing what he wants and trying to fuck their bitch, like, you think ASAP Rocky don't feel no way? Like, he's laying in bed rubbing on, you know what I mean, rubbing on his billionaire baby mama's belly, you know, holding the other baby in the hand, you know, singing, you know what I mean, rock-a-bye, babe, like doing all the little father shit. The new Drake album comes on, and Drake in the song, by the way, her pussy was mid. Like, you think he's not heated?
Anti.
Yo, he's heated. And it's like, remember that look? Remember that look that, what's the name of that chick named Will Smith's wife? Jada looked at Will when Chris Rock was telling that joke. Imagine that look when Rihanna looks at ASAP and be like, you gonna let this pussy nigga say this? Nigga, you got 2 kids out of this pussy, bro. This shit is fire. You can't let this nigga
What's he
talk about
gonna
me.
do?
Yo, you better
The
go
only
diss.
thing ASAP could do is try to punch that nigga in the face. He can't rap back at the nigga. So what's he gonna do?
He tried to rap back at him. Yo,
Come on, fam.
I do have a theory though. I think this is why Drake could never get like a main girl. We've never seen Drake with a main girl for a long time. Like that he's claiming, other than Rihanna. That he's like claiming and cuffing. Cause niggas is waiting to slime him out. The moment they could be like, your current girl used to be sucking my dick over there. She cheated on you with me. As soon as they start beefing, niggas trying to fly out that thing. Like, come on. This is why I think Drake Drake been single for the last 15 years and been making love songs for the last 15 years. How does that work? That nigga been making love songs for 15 years and been single for 15 years. You know what I mean?
He was in love with all of them. Every single one of them, he loved all of them, yo.
Yo, my nigga's like, I can't do without you. And then that nigga's single as a motherfucker.
You were here for a week, but girl, I love you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write about you in a song next. Don't worry about it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Yo, you know what? You know the Ja Morant nigga, right? He's tight. Like, he's mad because the girl Drake is rapping about on Date at 8, that's his shorty. Like, that nigga's, you gotta be cheesed. Nigga, that nigga, his favorite rapper is YoungBoy, so he go from, like, just jumping around, acting like a schizo. Now he, like, he's playing warm-up. He finally got off punishment for waving the gun around. He's warming up at the Memphis Grizzlies arena. The song come on. Drake is singing about his girl. Of course niggas don't like Drake. I'm gonna tell you, this shit is devious.
He probably long dicked her, took a Birkin out of the closet, said, yo, take that for the way for the road. Have a good night.
Yo, Drake probably does some shit that 6ix9ine was doing. Like, 6ix9ine came to New York, fucked all the street niggas bitches, and gave them Birkin bags. And basically the thought behind it was, your nigga can't afford the Birkin, so yeah, she gonna come back to the real nigga, but she gonna fuck with the rat just for the Birkin. You know what I mean?
She gotta hide the Birkin in the trunk when she gets home. She can't bring that shit in the house, B. Where you get that from?
And that's the thing. Put like this. I'd be tight at Drake too. That nigga come on the track talking about, what did I do to deserve you? Don't even know what I did. Been praying on it since a kid. Like, I guess it's just luck if you say so. How you get all that body and face? Yo, this nigga writing a love letter to your shorty, dog. Yo, Drake knew this girl for 2 weeks. This shit is ill.
I think all of that is work act. I think that goes back to the work ethic.
Hey, by the way,
not to say I don't know if he might feel like that, but like, dog, all that just makes for good slaps. Yeah. So in the end of the day, maybe it's just smashing girls is just part of the job.
Yo, I agree. I think part of his lifestyle is him meeting these women, and it's they're muses for the content that he needs to create. He needs to create content about heartbreak, being in love, lust, sex, and also being the guy with bitches, right? Like if you're married and you're living that boring, matter of fact, if you've been in a relationship for too long, like you've been in a relationship for a long time, when you just only have sideways sex with your girl, like just convenient lazy sex. You're not doing the extra shit. You know what I mean? You're not putting in work like that first time you get a crack of that pussy. You're not gonna be making
the extra rusty.
Yeah, you're not gonna be making the best love songs and shit like that. Like, bruh, nah, you kind of need that excitement of you're meeting a new thing. Like she's trying to play these little mind games, you play these little mind games or whatever. Yeah,
those are the slaps. It goes back to even with some of our favorite artists when they have breakups. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, Mary J, she's in a relationship. Oh, she ain't gonna make no slaps.
Yeah.
Oh, she needs to break up with that nigga so we can get some slaps. It's like, nah. What about her mental health?
Yeah, that's A Boogie.
You know what I'm saying? What about stability?
Yeah, A Boogie just got A Boogie just got out of a relationship, and we know the fire is coming. Like as soon as
Birdman hand rubbing for the slaps now. Okay, let's go, A Boogie. Like, come on, man. Yeah. We're toxic, dog, as an audience. Like, like maybe the nigga, you get in a relationship for like 5-6 years. He don't give you no slaps about being in the club no more. He's not in the club no more. He's chilling.
Yo, y'all niggas is crazy. Yo, chat, this is not what y'all think it is. The line where Drake says been preying on it since a kid. He wasn't preying on her since she was a child. You see, this is what I'm telling you. This is what I tell you. This forever gonna change Drake. Anytime Drake writes a slap now, anything that could be, it's the reason why niggas say pause. Like the first person that made up like no homo and pause, they set it into history where anytime someone says something that before that was invented, you would just know that you're thinking the other person's smart enough to get your context and that you're not saying some gay shit, right? After that became a thing, if you don't say that, you are saying some gay shit, right? So now with Drake, when he was writing a rhyme and he's not thinking, yo, nobody's gonna think I'm writing about kids because no, this line is meant to be something else, right? Like, this line doesn't mean he's been praying like he's been which by the way, praying, he actually means pray, but that could sound like PREY, which is obviously like a predator. And he's not talking about her as since she was a kid. He's talking about it like it was a dream of his since he was a kid. Don't you get it? But you see this bullshit now? Got people looking at lyrics trying to get different meanings now. So now when Drake's writing the next slap, he probably got a line that is fire on paper, but it's like, yo, these motherfuckers is going to take it this way now.
You got to partially thank your boy for that. Your boy Joe.
Nah, Joe did set Joe did set up a lot of this shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Joe did a nasty narrative.
You know who Joe is? You remember when who was that nigga with
Hannibal Buress?
I'm not putting the names, Bill Cosby.
Hannibal Buress.
He's the Hannibal Buress of the rap game.
Yeah.
Trying to be.
Yo. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, and low key, Joe was doing this shit from years ago. Like years ago, he was like sneaking it in, no Diddy. You know what I mean?
With the 6 diss tracks. He's the one who started the narrative with the whole BBL and shit.
Hey.
When he dissed the nigga on the 6 tracks.
Hey, you see now, like apparently this was the first clip. This is the first clip that Joe started with this bullshit. Listen to this shit. This is where he started. He started taking lyrics and just start making them sound crazy.
Look, I'm not off of y'all.
I listened to his pod.
Fever.
Yeah, right here. Hold on, I'm playing it.
What's wrong with Teenage? What's wrong with that record?
All right.
What's wrong? Right. Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what's wrong.
A couple things.
I want to hear it.
No. You won't hear from me. Make no mistake about it. Do you need me? What?
I was reading the
the words is up there. You want me to read them to you?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. When you was 13,
Nah, I never said that. See, he was. You see me joking too much. You can't joke about certain shit like that, though.
By the way, salute to the homie Hagler who made that beat. That's the homie from over here in Toronto.
Oh yeah, that's a fire. Oh, and by the way, I think that samples J-Lo too, right? If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
love like yo, that's a slap.
Yeah. But I didn't even think you were gonna pull up that clip. I thought you were gonna pull up one of the more recent clips.
No. Someone sent me. So I know the recent ones, right? But they said this is when it started. Like Drake. No. I mean, Joe was kind of throwing this in the air years ago, and then it was recently. Like I'm gonna get to the recent one. Let me see what he said about this because I haven't fully watched it.
It's fucking gross.
my heart is hard to carry. After
Funny that it's always been all about
I
you
met
from the
someone
start. I met someone.
around you, you say the word this shit.
Teenage love days.
Exactly, Joe.
Oh, he wasn't talking about like when he was sick.
No.
Okay, no, but no, I know what you're talking about. The recent ones, right?
And even in that clip, I can see the reach.
Yo,
You know,
on
he's
Teenage
a blow the
Fever,
whistle,
there's
reaching violation over there.
Yo, chat, am I tweaking? But I don't think there's no weird shit on Teenage Fever. Okay, maybe you look at the name, but that's what I realized another thing they're trying to do to Drake, right? They're trying to age that nigga out quickly. Like, they're trying all type of tactics to get Drake out of pain. They're now aging Drake out of being able to make music for people in their early 20s, right? Like Drake, I think even Joe, like I'm looking up a clip now. Joe had mentioned was like, bro, how were you on a song talking about, she was 21.
She was 21, yeah.
Which is like, bro, like even, remember we even just admitted that we think most of these women are for muses or whatever. But even then, bro, nobody wants to hear, yo, she was 33 and finna hit motherfucking menopause. Like, nigga, nobody would hear that shit. Like, music primarily is kind of for the youth, right? Like, you know, it's kind of like a youthful expression. I'm not saying it's only for that, but the music that Drake makes, that's kind of what it's for.
She was 41, had to grab the kids. Like nah, me. That don't have a ring to it, man.
I'm just trying to find that damn clip. I don't even know if I can find it. Let's see, Joe.
Nobody want to hear about the soccer moms, B.
Yeah, right? Yeah, this is all Joe Budden's fault.
Listen, that's why I brought it up. You see, people want Drake to be Jay-Z. Okay? They want Drake to be making 444 raps. With all due respect, 444 wasn't some of my favorite shit from Jay. I don't want to hear about what's going on with Blue and the paintings on your wall and all that. Like, nah, B, get to these bars, give me some slaps. So to me, even though there's a percentage of the hip hop audience, the older, that are like, oh, Jay-Z's better than he ever was. His later shit was not slapping, B. And maybe he just got way too mature for me. But if Drake turned into what Jay-Z turned into, I'm not gonna be listening to him anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like the moment he loses, like, and so I was on the Joe Budden podcast and I was explaining what that is, right? I was like, yo, listen, let me tell you this. Drake, to me, is an entity in the sense of he makes music, like his music stands for something. His music represents a particular feeling, a particular time in life, and certain emotions. That's it. I don't need his music to be rapping about him getting back pain and, oh, my knees don't feel the same no more after playing basketball. I don't need for his music necessarily to change subject matter. It could just always be about that for me. Like, I'm not looking at him to, I think J. Cole's music is probably going to be something like that because J. Cole's music and even Kendrick's music is really expressive to whatever the fuck they got going on. But I just don't want to hear, like, grandpa raps from Drake, man. I'm sorry, bro. Like,
that kind of sucks, though, Act. You might be trapped in a kind of like in a corner with that because, you know, the man might want to mature. He might want to write raps about things that are going on in his regular day that might not be as exciting as when he was younger.
Who you
but
think, Drake?
His audience is holding him to a standard.
No, you think Drake?
Yeah.
No.
His audience is holding him to a standard where he can't grow up, dog.
No. I don't think Drake does. The reason why I would say he doesn't, because his lifestyle matches his raps. Like, it's not that Drake is like growing up and wants to rap about his new relationship or finding a stepmom. Like Drake want to be on the track like, yo, Adonis need a sister. Okay, like that's what my niggas on. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like his lifestyle is exactly where his music is. It's not like he's like if J. Cole was rapping or singing about the lifestyle that Drake was singing about, but you didn't see it and you knew he was married at home, not going out, not in the clubs, not seeming to be chasing a new Instagram bitch, it would be odd. Like, that's not your lifestyle. Drake's lifestyle is that. So I can't say it's him doing it for his fans when it seemed like he's liking his lifestyle. And I don't have a problem with his lifestyle because
he's 37. He's not 47.
Yeah. Yo, if I was a millionaire, the best rapper in the world, I'm not going to lie. Like, listen, I might be trying to put up Wilt Chamberlain numbers. What's the problem?
Like, I've been 37 before. I'm not 37 anymore. That was the prime. That was the time when you're out there, you're kind of in the matrix at that point because now you're old enough to have more game than you had when you were younger. And you're not, you're still young enough to be able to bag women that are in their 20s, and you're still old enough to get the MILFs.
Yeah.
It's kind of a dangerous age, being that rich. Like, you got the whole world in the palm of your hand at that point.
Man, I got no problem with what Drake is doing, man. You know what I mean? The only thing I think would be fucked up, if Drake is fucking his friends' girls, that's foul. Like, that's like a man thing. Like, bro, if you invite me to your party and I show up with a shorty, bruh, even if like I introduce y'all real quick, if I fall out with her and then like a month later I see you and her on vacation in Turks, nigga, I'm gonna be like, that's slimy, bro. That's slimy, bro. That is kind of slimy.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
Like that's the only thing I could say. Yo, if Drake is doing that, like he gotta chill on the man, them girl. Like, yo, chill. Like you gotta let a nigga be able to fall in love.
Listen, man, it goes back to what we were saying with the muse. Sometimes you need a muse. It might be your girl. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's crazy how people look at Drake for like the wrong reasons all the time. Like even with that Tyler girl, right? The girl that got that song, make me wet, like whatever that water, whatever that song is. Everybody was looking at it like they were like, yo, Drake's just getting close to her to fuck. Which I'm like, yo, they be describing Drake like he's a sex addict, dog.
A lot of the times, people are just trying to work together, dog. It's like that with any celebrity type of relationship when it comes to men and women. They see a man and a woman together having dinner somewhere, they're assuming that they fucking. But they could be talking about business.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you see people in public.
Okay, let me ask you. Rick Ross is 50, which, by the way, that's also a little odd when Rick Ross be like jumping on the bandwagon, calling out Drake. Rick Ross is 50. His last couple girlfriends are like 24, 25. Do you see a problem with it?
Listen, there's a lot older people who are in Hollywood who are in their 70s who are dating women in their 20s and 30s. I don't see a problem with it, okay? But at the same time, they're moving the goalpost again. It goes back to the same things that apply to Rick Ross don't apply to Drake.
I agree. I definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Especially right now when it's everybody trying to take Drake out. So a lot of the things that they're trying to accuse Drake of, these niggas could be doing the same thing or worse, but nobody's going to call them on their shit because they're all together.
Yeah, I'm playing the video of Drake going to like Trill Burgers. I'm like, my nigga, if I was like the most popular rapper on planet Earth, my nigga, bro, even Jay Prince is with like a young ting right here, bro. Yo, people are always gonna be mad that no matter what age you are, nobody wants to fuck with a chick like that's 33, bro. Like, yo, niggas gonna get a nice little 24, 25-year-old, especially if they got the money and the fame, right?
I feel like I just watched a whole comedy special where Donnell Rollins was talking about the same shit.
Oh, this is that security guard. This nigga who was in the video. This nigga always he look mad. This nigga look like he's on steroid. Like this nigga just look like the Hulk.
Who's Jay Prince sitting with? So who's that? That's Jay Prince's thing?
Yo, come on. That's what I'm saying. Bruh, Jay Prince didn't get that rich and didn't become a mob boss to go fuck with like some old ass chick?
No, I'll take it one further. If he wasn't who he was and he's still sitting with this same chick, now they call him creepy.
Yeah.
Why is that old man with that woman? But he's Jay Prince, so he's allowed. You know what I'm saying? Also, we have to there's a different standard for celebrities than there are for just regular people in life.
Yeah, this nigga Drake is famous as shit.
But yo, listen, Act.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Salute to you. I just wanted to make sure that you were up on a little bit more information than what that was floating around in the different news outlets out here. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, thank you for that.
I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna be out there just now. Like I was asking before. I hope the temperature's good when I get to LA. I come in peace.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? So
you just gotta check out my man Whack 100, man. He good.
I'm going over to the network where he's at. I don't want to mention the network on. Actually, you fuck with No Jumper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You say No Jumper. Well, just shit, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. You might have to be careful when you go to No Jumper. No Jumper is like a death trap. Yo.
There's gangland over there.
Yo. Nigga, I heard one of the employees got shot. Like, yo.
To Dijon.
Yo, imagine going to work. You
shit.
either catching a fade or getting a Legos.
Oh man.
Nah, devious.
Like I said, I don't know about how much OVO gear they're gonna be happy with me wearing over there. That might be like wearing the wrong colors now.
Yeah,
all of a
bro.
sudden.
Yeah. No. I wouldn't even suggest you wear I don't even suggest you wear no OVO like merchandise, bro.
Like, what set you claim?
Yo, keep it neutral, my G. Keep it neutral.
Hell yeah. Well, listen, salute to you. Salute to the network. Y'all tap in for all the people who are on the chat here. Big salute to Akademiks. Keeping everybody all in tune to this whole news, and watch my network, We Love Hip Hop Network. Big salute to my co-host Dusty Wallace, DJ Czar, and producer Big 3. I'm off of this act.
All right, definitely, my brother.
Blessed.
Y'all go check out my man Friday, man. Super entertaining and super insightful and comes with information, especially about the Toronto scene. Yo, did y'all ever see the